chapter, I will be talking about how we find the mean, standard deviation, minimum value, and also how to sketch a scatter diagram, and also assume the linear relationship between square method. So I'll show you from the beginning. So this is a scatter diagram. I will show you how to plot it later. So I'll do this first. Okay, to find the mean, we just have to use the formula. So as you can see, average stands for formula F4 to F103 means we start the value from the first value of y variable until the 100 value, and we can find the mean. As for standard deviation, also we just use the formula which is provided in Excel, standard deviation A, and you just drag the value from F4 to F103 and you will get the standard deviation. As for y-intercept and slope, we can use the scatter plot to find it, or we can just use the formula as well. So I'll show you how we plot a scatter diagram. So first and foremost, you go to insert, go here, press scatter form. Okay, you'll get the scatter diagram. Now we have to insert the data. So let's see, we add the data. Okay, for x value, so this is the x value, which is the independent variable. We drag and add in, so that's there. And for y series, we add the dependent variable, and done. And you can see okay, and now you can see the data here, right? So double click this. Now we have to make it smaller and nicer, right? So let's see, vertical axis, choose axis option. Okay, for the minimum we put at 400, so it looks better and nice. So now you can see more of the values, right? So to plot a more simple, you just have to go to quick layout here and just choose the best option, press this, and voila, you can find the values here. Okay, we remove this to make the graph better. So you can see the y-intercept and the value for, what is that called, slope as well is shown in the scatter plot, and as well for the linear regression. So double click it, let's see, right click it, you can make the color different, and then it'll show you better, I guess. Make it, yeah, there you go. Now you can see clearly. So this is how we plot a scatter diagram and find the linear regression for the scatter diagram. So I think that's all from me. Thank you very much. And we can also put in the chart and axis value. So this is the finished one that I already do before. So this is the complete one, and you can see the values for everything. That's all. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Hidayat binti Ismail to present my part, which is part D and part E. This is a table we get for the Excel. Detailed browsing also present for part D. For my part A, part D, to determine the significance of the data analysis is utilized to develop a regression. The signification of this straightforward linear regression is determined by the p-value, which is 0.7437319 in intercept and the 0.6719819661 in slope, as shown in the table above. Both p-value are more than 0.05. For the part E is when the flow increase, the delta take on a value 41.25% according the interpretation of the intercept of the 36 and 18 and slope of 41 and 25. In the is show the relationship between the two variables as evident by the scatter plot. The t certificate represent in the t star column the value for the slope coefficient of the independent variable flow if given in the p-value column. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wanur Anis Alia binti Wan Muhammad Zailani, matric number CE190Y92 from group 4. So the hypothesis whether the slope is equal in to 1, H0 B1 equal to 1 against unequal to 1 by taking 5% level of significance. Okay, so first and foremost, we have to know that if H0 be beta 0 equal to 0 is null, and we can claim if H1 beta 0 unequal to 0, know that TC plus minus 1.980. So after we know all the value, we have to find SXY, SXS, and XYY using formula respectively. So for SSY we get 5.575. V equals 206 for SSS and 19296.80 for SYY. Then we have to compute MSE and t-test for regression coefficient. Beta 1 41.626. For y-intercept, beta 0 we get 32.396. SSE 192339.86, 1962 and 6.652 for MSE. Then we get 0.425 for t-test 1 and 0.0284. We have to decide if H0 and H1 is accepted. Due to test 1 and 2, H0 and H1 were rejected because both value are less than 1.980, and we can conclude that we reject H0 and H1 and claim the statement that the constant beta 0 and slope beta 1 are not equal to 0 even with alpha 0.025. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nusha Nuhani binti Bacho and my metric number is AE18014. And today I'll be talking about question 4.2G as well as 4.2F. So for 4.2G, I have to test whether the intercept is equal to 0, which is for the hypothesis is H0 equals to B0 equals to 0, against unequal to 0 by taking 5% the value of significance. Okay, so first we have to determine which is the null statement and which is the statement that we are claiming. So for the null statement is H0 is equal to B0 is equal to 0, while the claim statement is equal to H1 equals to B0 not equal to 0. Okay, so first, the second step, we have to find the value of A as well as the value of V. So both this value will be used in the table, so we can find TC. Okay, so the statement is reject H0 if test falls in the rejection region, where negative 1.80 is lesser or same as TC, or TC is more or equal to 1.980. Okay, so the third step is we have to find SXY, SXS, and SYY. So for this calculation, I won't be talking about it for too long because it's the same as 4.2 F. So after calculating this part, we will obtain the value of XXY, SXX, and as well as SYY. Okay, so the function that we calculate those values are so that we can compute MSE and as well as t-test. So from those values, we can calculate the value of B1 as well as B0. So, and after that we can have the value of MSE, and then we can calculate the value for t-test for the B0 statement. Okay, so we have B0 is equal 0.0284. So then we will have to draw it in a graph. So the value for t-test B0 is here, which is 0.0284, right? And the value for TC is at here. So since this value does not fall in the rejection region, which is here, the blue part, then we can accept the statement. So what we can conclude from here is that with strong evidence, we can accept H1 statements and claim that the statement that the intercept B1 is not equal to 0 with alpha is equal to 0.025. Okay, so that is for the question G, and now we will go to question H. Okay, H, which is compute the coefficient of Pearson correlation and interpret the meaning. Okay, so for this we will use this formula, which is R equals to SXY over square root of SXX multiplied by SYY. And then we can have the value of 0.04304. Okay, so that is the manual calculation. For the calculation using software, I use both Excel and SPSS just to make sure. So for the Excel, we obtain the value of R is 0.042862, which is, after we round it off, we can have 0.043. And for the SPSS, here we can see that Pearson correlation is 0.043. So we can say that all of the calculations are the same. So the Pearson correlation that we obtain is 0.043, while the p-value is 0.672. From the R value, we can say that it indicates a very weak positive correlation, while from the p-value, we can say that the correlation is not statistically significant. Okay, so that is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Amira Nabila binti Zamzuri. My matric number is AE18005. For question I, we need to compute the coefficient of determination and interpret the meaning. So as you can see, we can use the SPSS software. Firstly, we need to push the button of analyze, and then we search for integration and we click the linear button. As you can see, we have dependent and independence. So for the top is depend, and for the bottom is independent. So after that, we click OK, and then it will show the regression, the model summary that we have. So as you can see, for R is 0.043. For R squared, we get 0.002. And then for just R squared, we get minus 0.008. And standard error of the estimate is 44.30444. That's all for me. Thank you.